Battle Through the Heavens, Grand World. Chapter 5. Nine Nether Monarch Bug was sent flying hundreds of meters away before he could stabilize his body. He swallowed the blood in his throat and stared at the small golden lightning dragon in front of Xiao Yan, who was less than 30 meters tall. He said in fear, "Nine profound golden thunder. Wasn't it already extinct?" Currently, the nine profound golden thunder was still in the shape of a small golden dragon. Threads of lightning were swimming around its body, making a slight sound of thunder. The nine profound golden thunder first rubbed against Xiaoyan's body in a friendly manner, then it locked onto Nine Nether Monarch Bug's aura. It let out a dragon's roar, and the invisible lightning net instantly trapped Nine Nether Monarch Bug. The nine profound golden thunder let out another roar, and under the shocked gazes of Xiao Yan and the others, its body swayed, and it transformed into a huge golden dragon that was not inferior to Zhu Kun. The giant dragon moved its body and appeared in front of Nine Nether Monarch Bug, who had an ugly expression on his face, as if it had teleported. A pair of dragon claws slashed at Nine Nether Monarch Bug with a thunderous sound. Nine Nether Monarch Bug turned pale with fright, then he furiously shouted. He turned into his true form, and a huge black worm the size of a nine profound golden thunder appeared in the sky. The huge worm moved its body and broke free from the restraints of the lightning web. Its huge body wriggled for a moment, dodging the attack of the nine profound golden thunder. The nine profound golden thunder let out a low roar and rushed towards Nine Nether Monarch Bug. The two of them suddenly disappeared. Xuan and Kai Lin were shocked. They didn't know what was going on, but Xiao Yan and Guyuan both had the soul of a sovereign realm expert. The former was the #1 alchemist grandmaster in the continent, so he could clearly see the invisible fight between the nine profound golden thunder and Nine Nether Monarch Bug. Bang! A violent collision sound was heard. At this moment, the surface of the nine profound golden thunder's body was riddled with injuries, and its body had shrunk by nearly 3 times. It was staring at Nine Nether Monarch Bug. Although Nine Nether Monarch Bug's body was also covered in wounds, it was clearly much better than the nine profound golden thunder. Haha, you can barely be considered a 1-star combat emperor. To me, it doesn't pose much of a threat. If you were a 2-star D9 profound golden thunder, I'm afraid I would really have to die here today. When the nine profound golden thunder heard this, after a moment of silence, the huge dragon head suddenly roared at Xiao Yan. Just as Xiao Yan was feeling puzzled, the Xiaoyi seemed to have sensed something and nodded its head. After getting rid of Xiao Yan's control, it jumped up. In an instant, the flame on the small body of the Xiaoyi soared into the sky and turned into a glazed monarch flame. It rushed towards the nine profound golden thunder and fused with it. While Xiao Yan and Nine Nether Monarch Bug were staring with their mouths agape, a young man with a head full of golden hair slowly appeared. The young man's body was wrapped in alien flame, and there was a small golden dragon mark on his chest that was trembling slightly. The young man's face looked exactly like the Xiaoyi. With a wave of his hand, the might of thunder that shook one's heart leaked out. The golden-haired young man raised his head. He grinned at Nine Nether Monarch Bug and said, "This should be enough." Just as he finished speaking, under Nine Nether Monarch Bug's astonished gaze, the young man disappeared. The moment the young man disappeared, Nine Nether Monarch Bug furiously shouted. He quickly moved his huge body to the side and turned his body sideways. Almost at the same time, a massive amount of lightning energy arrived. Boom! The space Nine Nether Monarch Bug barely dodged created ripples in the black space. Before Nine Nether Monarch Bug could react, bang! It hit Nine Nether Monarch Bug's huge body hard. Under the shocked eyes of Xiao Yan and the others, Nine Nether Monarch Bug let out a miserable roar of pain. His huge body was instantly blasted into nothingness. Only a huge ferocious giant was left screaming in pain. Looking at all of this in disbelief, Xiao Yan glanced at the crowd. He saw Guyuan and Zhu Kun. Xuan, Kai Lin and the others were dumbfounded. Xiao Yan couldn't help but secretly exclaim that this nine profound golden thunder could actually fuse with the alien flame. Furthermore, the strength after the fusion was actually so terrifying. Looking at the strength, it seemed like it was more powerful than Nine Nether Monarch Bug. After letting out a few painful roars, Nine Nether Monarch Bug looked at the young man with eyes filled with endless fear. Immediately, he opened his mouth and spat out a jet of pitch-black poisonous gas at the young man. After that, he shot towards the depths of the spatial zone at full speed. The golden-haired young man smiled slightly and extended his right hand. A demonic pink flame suddenly appeared, as if it was boiling oil that was poured on snow. In less than a moment, it incinerated a large amount of poisonous gas into nothingness. The young man looked in the direction where Nine-Nether Monarch Bug had escaped and lightly harumphed. Like a dragon's roar that pierced through the soul, it rang in everyone's ears. Then, the youth took a step forward. The distance of 3,000 feet disappeared in the blink of an eye. In just a few breaths of time, he appeared in front of the fleeing Nine-Nether Monarch Bug. Nine-Nether Monarch's Bug saw the youth suddenly appear. Both of his eyes were filled with fear, and his giant body swayed. Just as he was about to escape in another direction, the young man smiled. He took a step forward and placed his palms on the giant insect's head. The heavenly flame on his body soared into the sky and wrapped around his and Nine-Nether Monarch Bug's huge head. He said softly, "Die." After saying that, the young man and Nine-Nether Monarch Bug disappeared in the flames. They only saw a small golden dragon. It slowly disappeared in the heavenly flame along with Nine-Nether Monarch Bug's furious roar. Xiao Yan was rushing towards them when he heard Nine-Nether Monarch Bug's furious roar 1,000 feet away. The five of them were startled. Xiao Yan used his soul power to scan the area and said with joy, "Nine-Nether Monarch Bug is dead." As soon as his voice faded, the Xiaoyi turned into a pink beam of light and shot over from afar. It landed on Xiaoyan's shoulder. Xiao Yan lifted the Xiaoyi up and saw that it had a tired look on its face. Xiao Yan anxiously said, "Xiaoyi, are you all right?" The Xiaoyi reluctantly shook its head. It pointed at the small golden dragon mark on its chest and said a few more words. Then, it turned into a flame and entered Xiaoyan's body, recovering from the shock. As soon as the Xiaoyi disappeared, a transparent blue bead appeared on Xiaoyan's left hand. What a strong combat power! Xiao Yan felt the combat power coming from the bead. He could not help but exclaim. Could it be Nine-Nether Monarch Bug's combat power storage? Xiao Yan thought for a moment and could not think of a reason. He put the bead into the storage ring and turned around to fly back. Back to where they were, Xuan, and the other three were waiting eagerly. When they saw Xiao Yan return safely, they all heaved a sigh of relief. After telling them everything that happened just now, Xiao Yan took out a few recovery medicine pills and the five of them started to recover in this quiet black hole. Chapter end. Hi guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.